Have you ever paused to truly listen to the constant hum within you, the incessant narration, the endless stream of opinions, worries, memories, and judgments that play out in the chattering of your mind? Imagine it, as Eckhart Tolle so vividly describes, like a busy radio station broadcasting a relentless mix of signals. This, he suggests, is the nature of our thinking mind. Now, thinking is undeniably a useful tool. It allows us to navigate the practicalities of life, to plan, to analyze, to learn. But where we often stumble, where we unknowingly create our own prisons, is in our profound identification with this internal dialogue. We begin to believe that these thoughts are us, that they define our very identity and hold absolute control over our emotional landscape. Now consider the harmful nature of this illusion. A fleeting thought whispers, "I'm not good enough," and suddenly a wave of inadequacy washes over us. A mental projection of a future negative event conjures up anxieties and fears in the present moment. A judgmental thought aimed at another makes us feel negativity within our own hearts, creating walls of separation. So Tolle illuminates the crucial point that these thoughts are often nothing more than conditioned patterns, echoes of past experiences, societal norms, and deeply ingrained habits. They're not necessarily truths etched in stone, nor are they accurate reflections of our authentic selves. But there is a path to liberation, a key to unlocking ourselves from this mental stronghold. It lies in the conscious creation of gap, a space between the observer, the silent witness within, and the ceaseless flow of our thoughts. This is the essence of presence, of mindfulness. Instead of being tossed about by the turbulent currents of our thinking, we learn to stand on the shore of our awareness and observe them dispassionately, like clouds drifting across the vast expanse of the sky. How do we cultivate this vital disidentification? It begins with simple yet profound practices. Try this with me for a moment. Gently close your eyes and simply notice what thoughts arise. Don't engage with them. Don't judge them. Don't try change them. Just watch them appear and disappear, like fleeting visitors in your inner space. We can also learn to label our thoughts. Instead of being consumed by the feeling of anxiety, we can step back and recognize the thought. This is a thought about anxiety. This simple act of labeling creates a crucial distance. Consider the voice in your head, that constant narrator. Ask yourself, is this voice the entirety of who I am? Or is it merely one aspect of my experience? Furthermore, the thinking mind often dwells in the realm of the past. So as our regrets and memories or the future worries and plans, by consciously anchoring our attention in the present moment through the simple act of noticing our sensory experiences, what we see, hear, feel, we loosen the grip of these wanderings of the mind. And beneath the surface of all this mental activity, Tolle speaks of a profound stillness, an underlying space of pure awareness, even amidst the loudest mental clamor. This quietude persists, and our task is to learn to sense this inner sanctuary, the unchanging backdrop against which our thoughts play out their fleeting dramas. And the benefit of this disidentification are transformative. When we no longer fuse with our thoughts, our emotional reactivity diminishes. We can observe a surge of anger or sadness without becoming consumed by it. A profound sense of inner peace begins to blossom as the constant mental chatter that fuels stress and anxiety subsides, and clarity and insight emerge as we step back from the mental noise, allowing a deeper wisdom to surface. And we begin to see that many of our limiting beliefs, those narratives that hold us back, are simply thoughts, not immutable truths. And ultimately, freed from the confines of incessant thinking, we become more fully present, more deeply appreciative of the richness and beauty of the current moment. Eckhart Tolle, in his seminal works like The Power of Now and A New Earth, shines a clear light on this fundamental truth. The root of much of our suffering lies in our unconscious identification with the egoic mind. By consciously choosing to disidentify, by cultivating the gap between ourselves and our thoughts, we begin to connect with our true essence, that underlying state of pure consciousness and being. So as you navigate the currents of your day, I invite you to become the watchful observer of your inner radio station. Notice the broadcasts, but remember, you are not the radio. You are the silent listener, the spacious awareness in which all thoughts and feelings arise and pass. By cultivating this simple yet profound shift in perspective, you unlock the door to a life of greater peace, clarity, and authentic presence. Embrace the power of the gap and discover the boundless freedom that lies beyond the confines of the thinking mind.